Good morning, YouTube. It is Tuesday, currently about 2 p.m., and we're going to talk about something I'm so passionate about, and I think there's a lot of people out there that it's starting to grow. But first, I'll let you know we're sipping on a Premier Protein cafe latte. Went to Denny's this morning down here in Tucson with the family, and I love Denny's, dude. I love Denny's. People will hate on Denny's, and you're just a hater because they have everything. You can get breakfast, lunch. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that you can get lunch during breakfast or breakfast during lunch. One of the two. But if you can't find something to eat at Denny's, you're not going to say that. I was going to say you're not a good person, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean. If you can't find something to eat at Denny's, get over it, dude. Get over it. Tell you what, today's exciting, man. Because that's good stuff. We're talking about Bitcoin. And I'm not going to go into exactly my Bitcoin journey. Maybe I will. Maybe I just will. All right, but I'm going to say it flat out. I'm pretty sure I'll title the video something along these lines. I would strongly suggest purchasing some Bitcoin. I really would. And I don't know where you're at with your Bitcoin journey, but I believe everybody, when they go far enough, it leads to becoming a Bitcoiner. Now, am I a full-blown Bitcoin maxi? Pretty close. However, I still will max out my Roth IRA, and I'll still contribute a little bit to my 401k. But I promise you, everything outside of that is going into Bitcoin. Me personally, 90% Bitcoin, 10% shitcoins. Doesn't matter. There's Bitcoins and shitcoins. Bitcoin is not crypto, okay? Totally outside of the realm of crypto. Now, why would I suggest buying some Bitcoin? Well, better question is, why would I suggest you don't buy Bitcoin? There'd be less to talk about with that. But I'm going to tell you why I suggest you buy some Bitcoin. Let's be real. People my age, I'm 23. Dude, there's like almost no hope financially besides Bitcoin. Bitcoin is hope for people my age and people of all ages, dude. If you want to keep your savings, keep your nest egg, put it into Bitcoin. I mean, it's the most secure thing ever. You know, I'll think about a story and then I'll start giving some reasons why. But back in 2023, whenever GameStop pumped, it did like a miniature pump. It wasn't like that crazy one in 2020, 2021. It was the one after that. Whenever Roaring Kitty finally made a tweet. And I had seen it and I'm like, GameStop's going to blow. It's going to blow up a little bit. It's going to blow up a little bit. And I had about $4,000. I put $4,000 into GameStop, my whole savings at the time. And it pumped. I caught a nasty pump. Went up to about 8,500, 9,000. And at that point, I'm like, okay, I'll let it ride, take some profit. I was like, dude, take the profit. Yes, it could keep going, but like, you did a quick double up off of a tweet. Like, take the profit. Trading closed. They locked it down. They slammed the jail door closed because all the guys in the suits and the big hedge funds were losing money from this short squeeze once again. And I remember not being able to withdraw my 8,500 and just seeing it trickle down more and more and more and more. And I cashed out like 4,500 because they just halted trading during trading hours. which is, I would think, illegal. Like, how can you do that? You know, it's fine when we lose in the market, but whenever the big players lose, they make a phone call and they shut down trading. And I remember that happening. And I was like, this is bogus. This is just outright bogus. It's only $4,000, but dude, it's the principle. Imagine if it was 400,000. I mean, that's what it is for these guys. It's, 40 million, whatever it is, but it was just insane. So I'm like, all right, that's a scam. That is a scam. Stock market's a scam. Not completely. I'm still invested, but you understand what I'm saying. The fact that they can just do that. With Bitcoin, that's one of the reasons I really like is you don't have to do that. If I want to trade or buy or sell, which I don't really sell and I don't really trade, but if I want to do anything with those funds on a Sunday night at 11 p.m., I can totally do that and nobody can tell me anything. I don't have to worry about it. It's the most secure network on the planet. Sorry, I just saw a guy walking out there, but the point is, guys, when you look at Bitcoin, you look at where we're at with 95% of the supply already out, half of it being issued every 4 years, the halving getting cut in half. That leads to scarcity. You lead to the fact that you have people like me. For me, it was when it crossed that $100,000 mark. That's when I got into Bitcoin. And I felt like I got in too late. And the more and more I studied, the more I realized you're always going to be thinking you get in too late. That's how Bitcoin's designed. It's designed to have you be shaken out. It's designed to have you store your wealth in there and have it compound greater than any other asset on the planet. And if you think the big gains in Bitcoin are gone, I promise you that you're wrong. This thing is going to 10 million, 20 million, 30 million. And while that sounds insane, hear me out on this. Bitcoin has no top because fiat has no bottom. It's as simple as that. When you realize the US dollar and money is not real and they can just print more, I mean, when you take out a loan, that just creates more money. You think about fractional reserve banking. You think about, dude, all this stuff is fake and gay. Okay? There is an unlimited issuance of US dollars, and they are just printing more or issuing more debt to keep the scheme going. They're always scheming. And with Bitcoin, you can't create more. It's the only thing on the planet. So people say Bitcoin doesn't have any intrinsic value. I don't disagree. However, for some reason, it's caught fire and you can't stop it. It's a wildfire. It's the only thing that you cannot make more of in terms of assets. You can make more houses, and houses are going to go up forever. If you're not buying Bitcoin, just buy some asset, because the reality is, like, all assets are going to go up forever. Doesn't matter. Some will perform better than others, and I believe Bitcoin is going to be the spearhead. But just buy assets, okay? With Bitcoin, you can't create more. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins. Real estate, they will make more houses. Stocks, they will issue more stock. Cash, they will create more cash. Metals, while metals are good, I think they find about 1 to 2% new metals every year, and that does still take time and energy. It is a hard money. We tried it before. It didn't work not because gold and silver are bad at all, but because people can issue these fake notes and then they lie about what they actually have in reserves. I mean, that is literally what happened. So Bitcoin is the only thing with a ceiling, with a limit, saying, hey, you know what? We can't make more. People can try to replicate it, but you can't make more. And if you don't have any Bitcoin, I highly suggest you get some, because you know what it is. You're going to see it go up. And when it hit $100,000, That was the point where I was like, dude, I'm sick of sitting on the sidelines. I'm sick of seeing this thing go up, go down, and then when it goes down, being like, oh, glad I didn't get any. I would have lost money. And then seeing it come back and being like, wow, I could have got it for 1/8 of the price that it is right now when it was all on sale. Nothing changed about it. It was the exact same thing, but I thought, you know, it's only 16K. Who wants that crap? I wanted it when it was 61, not when you switch the numbers, not when it's 16, even though it's the exact same thing. And so putting a couple $1,000s into it at 100,000, right when it broke that 100,000, that's when I was like, okay, it's time to get in. It's going to 1 million. It's going to 0, it's going to 1 million. And that caused me to start studying it more. It caused me to realize everything that I thought I knew about finances, about everything was a scam and was broken. And this is sound money. This is perfect money. It's a humbling experience. And thinking you're going to buy Bitcoin, like, don't take this as FOMO. Like, you know, we're going to shoot up to 10 million in 6 months, because you're not. Bitcoin's like the lottery ticket that hits in slow motion. You have to have long-term time horizon. You have to think in 5 years, 10 years. If you are buying Bitcoin with cash that you need soon, within the next 3 years, 5 years, don't buy it. This is something that you should hold for a bare minimum of 5 years. Then you're guaranteed to make money if you even want to. But when you look at the compound annual growth rate and what it's done annually, dude, there's nothing that is even compared to it. So that's my advice, is just to get some skin in the game, because it will cause you to start learning more about Bitcoin. And that's the reason I'm making this video, is not saying you should just blindly go in, but get some skin in the game so that it causes you to actually learn about it. I stopped telling my friends and family to buy Bitcoin. I just tell them to study Bitcoin, because I believe if you study Bitcoin, you will end up studying, okay, how did this money thing start? Why are we in the situation we're in? Where is it going? Is there any hope to fix it? What is the root of the problem? And you realize that Bitcoin is the solution to this. Even if we don't go on the Bitcoin standard. I don't know if we will. I don't know if, you know, you're one of those guys, it's like 0.21, 0.1 Bitcoin. Eventually 0.01 Bitcoin will be enough. Okay, even if you think that, why would you not want to get more? I mean, why would you not want to double, triple, 10x what you got? Bitcoin leads you down the rabbit hole of this money system that was created. And it has you realize that all this is a scam, and it'll be a humbling experience. You know, you'll see the price go up and you think it's going to keep going up, and then it goes down. And then when you think it's coming back, it goes down even more. And I kind of just stopped looking at it like that. I'm happy when it goes up, and I'm happy when it goes down. I'm buying all the time. That's when I have loose funds, that's what I buy. I don't want to buy dividend stocks. I don't want to buy companies. I want to buy digital capital. I want to buy the orange coin, the imaginary internet orange coin, because the gains are not done. I mean, we all thought they were done in 2021 when it hit 60,000. When it hit 60,000, that's when I first got into Bitcoin. Like, with my own money, I was in it. I bought $5,000 at the time, and then it went down to the 16K. And I thought, like, they got me. They got me. That's it. That is it. I'm done with the crypto stuff. This is bullshit. Next thing I know, well, shoots up to 120. I mean, if I would have held it from that point, I would have doubled my money at one point. Right now, I'd be up half the amount. And still, Bitcoin's up like 100 and something percent in the last 2 years, and people are crying their eyes out because we're down 30% from the all-time high. You have nation states, you have companies, you have sovereign wealth funds, you have people like me, individuals, long-term holders that are never, ever going to sell their Bitcoin. And you still don't think it's going to go up. When the supply that's coming out is slowly getting cut in half every couple years, and you have more and more demand for something that is scarce, regardless of not if it has value. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. You're telling me that money has intrinsic value? Like, it's all numbers on a screen. It's all fake to begin with. It's not real. It's very real, but it's not real. I don't like when people say money's not real, because it is real. It's real if you don't have food on the table. But it's not real, like, backed by anything. You know, it's backed by what, violence? I mean, I don't know. But the point is, guys, to get in the game and start studying Bitcoin, because I don't believe you're too late. When it's at 500,000 in a couple of years, I don't know when it'll be. I'm not saying it's going to shoot up soon. It might go down to 30K. I don't know. I don't care at all. I would be hyped if it went down to 30K. But I don't see that happening. I just don't see how that could happen when we're moving more and more towards this. Get some skin in the game and start studying Bitcoin. Just buy a little bit so that, you know, you're in it. And you have to be disciplined, just like all the other investments. It's no different. It is different. But in terms of, what would it be called? Your diamond hands. It's no different, all right? Stay in the game, learn, study, and then you'll come out the other side. And through that whole time, you watch a couple videos, read a book or two, you're going to be like, it's going to make you think. Bitcoin's going to $10 million. I don't know when. I know it'll be sooner than we probably all think. Not as in the next 6 months, but I don't know, 2-3 decades. Doesn't matter. Those are unreal returns. 100x your money. 100x. It's going to take time, but it's totally going to happen. Because you got people like me that it's going to take a lot for me to sell my Bitcoin. And I never would. I would probably take a loan against it. Just how you can take a loan against your stocks or your house, you can do the exact same thing. Use it as collateral. So when you got the best performing asset of all time, obviously with the volatility, you have to be careful you don't get liquidated. But I'm not a pro in that. I don't know nothing about that. I'm just worried about stacking. I don't even have the funds to be able to be doing any of that fun stuff. Okay? That's where I'm at. And I do believe Bitcoin is ultimately a savings technology. It's not something you trade. It's not something that's going to hit and you sell it for cash. It's how to preserve your wealth. And with the whole quantum and threats to Bitcoin, I personally believe the network is going to adapt and it's going to find ways to resist all this. I don't think you can stop what's coming, regardless of your opinion. And you know what? If you hate Bitcoin, I still suggest you should get some skin in the game. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people that have completely changed their minds once they started studying. Buying it is just kind of, it's going to make you more willing to study it because you have skin in the game, is what I'm saying. So do yourself a favor, get some Bitcoin, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for yet another video. Thanks for watching.